Hey YouTube, it's Sunday, April 15th, 2012, and you're watching the TheGameStartup channel. I'm going to start out with a quick shout out to my mom on her 60th birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Today we're going to be talking about procrastination as a derivative of fear. When you're launching a startup, fear is a huge factor that really limits your ability to be successful. This can be seen mostly from the fact that when you don't have a full idea of every single step that you have to do, it can be a very scary process to figure out all those details, especially when you're working on your own. Right now, I have a kind of large fear that all of the pieces aren't together yet. So, how do you get from having nothing to having a full plan that's ready to go, and you know you have customers that are going to, for example, download your games. Getting from nothing to that point is a lot of small steps put together, but if you're right at the beginning of that, it can just seem like one big leap, and if you take it as such, it'll be a huge endeavor to kind of overcome that fear. And there's two ways to deal with that. There's one, procrastinate, which is not the correct solution. And procrastination ends up showing itself through spinning your wheels and basically thinking that you're doing things when you're not actually accomplishing anything. You don't meet your goals and you make excuses, and that's just not a way to run a business, and it's not a way to actually be successful. I think I've run startups in the past where inexperience has created situations where you procrastinate because you just don't know what to do. And if that's the case, then the real answer to that is ask, or look around and try and find a solution to the problem that you're facing. But when it comes to right at the beginning stages, right at setting up the startup, I think one of the biggest things you got to do is kind of put all the ducks out there. They don't have to be in a row yet. Just make sure you know what all the ducks are, because if you don't, then you're gonna be missing things, and you're gonna be fearful that you're missing a step. So I think that involves kind of first figuring out who your audience is. If you're going to develop a new game, or you're planning on developing several games, are they going to follow a particular theme, or are they going to be a particular genre? What's your niche? Building a business plan around that. If you know that you have a market, then build that business plan out and get it going. It doesn't have to be overly complicated, and you really shouldn't be spending that much time on it. It just needs to be a plan that's workable and that's adaptable to whatever situation that arises. But in terms of spending like a year on your business plan to hash out every single detail, by the time you finish your plan, the market's completely changed, and a lot of people spend so much time on their business plans that they don't even realize that they don't even have a market anyway. They haven't even analyzed who their customers are. So the planning stages, yeah, they're fantastic, but there's a whole lot to be said for doing. And so once you get that, those initial two planning stages out of the way as quickly as possible, you really got to move on to the doing. And I think for that, you really have to talk about breaking everything up into tiny little chunks, accomplishable on a day-to-day basis, especially when working on your own and being your own self-motivator and getting things done. Having really small chunks to accomplish is a key factor in not procrastinating. I think all procrastination is pretty much derived from fear, whether that's fear of the unknown, not knowing how to handle a specific situation, or fear of failure, or fear of a success. How is your life going to be if you are actually successful? These are things that are part of that unknown sphere that kind of scares us as human beings, and I think the only way to deal with that is to kind of just jump at it and do it, and go ahead and really take that leap of faith. So that being said, basically you just gotta wrench your gut and give it everything that you have, and recognize when you're procrastinating. Because when you're procrastinating, you can instantly link that back to some sort of fear that you have to deal with. And when you recognize that you have that fear to deal with, you can then approach it and break it down and deal with it up front instead of just putting it off. I think that's about it for today. I hope you found that interesting. If you have any thoughts on procrastination and how to deal with it, or how to deal with fear of startups, or fear of anything really, let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely respond to you. As always, remember to subscribe to the channel, and check us out on Facebook or Twitter. I hope to see you again tomorrow, YouTube.